Hey everybody, so in my last video I promised you that I did a video about swatches and what you could do with simple stitches and change them up a little bit. So this is that video. So what I've done is I've made 8 swatches, and they are a swatch of all single crochet, all double crochet, all half double crochet, all triple crochet. There's 4. Those are 4. And then the other 4 are the same thing, but I use only the back loop. So back loop only. So half double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, and triple crochet in back loop only. So what I'm going to do in this video is just kind of show you what each of those swatches look like. And then I'm going to give you the measurements, how they each turned out, and then actually tell you how much yarn each one used so that you can see if you switch around. I mean, obviously we all crochet at different tensions, but all of these were crocheted by me, so theoretically the ratios would be the same. All of them are 10 rows by 25 stitches, so each of them should have 250 stitches in them. And I'll go through one at a time and kind of show you what they look like. And that way, if you want to try something new with simple stitches, you can see how they all look a little different. Now, if you're new to crocheting and you don't know what these stitches are, I have videos about how to do the single, the double, the triple, and the half double crochet. The other ones, when I say it's back loop only, literally that's what I mean. You're doing that same stitch, like say you're doing a single crochet, but when you're going down the row, you do the first row normally, just in the chains like you always do. And then the second row that you do when you put it through your work, you're only putting it through the back loop of that V that's on top of your stitch. So back loop only crochet, it makes a real nice ribbing effect, and you'll see that in this video, okay? Okay, so here are all 8 swatches. On this side, we've got the plain. On this side, these are the back loop only. They start down here, single crochet, half double crochet, and triple crochet. So you can kind of see on these back loop only ones how you get that ribbing effect. And we'll go through these each one at a time, and I'll tell you all of the measurements on them. All right, this one is the single crochet, and this one ended up being 7.5 by 2 3/4 inches, and it took 53 feet of yarn. Now I like this stitch because it makes it really tight. It's good for some things, but it is kind of a slow stitch. This one is the half double crochet, and it ended up being 7.5 inches by 2 5/8 inches, and it took about 69.5 feet of yarn. This is one of my favorite stitches to do because it still is kind of tight for warmth, but it's a pretty quick stitch to do. This is the double crochet. It turned out to be 8 1/4 inches long by 5 inches wide, and it took about 91 feet of yarn. This one is pretty quick stitch to do, but it does start to get a little open and stretchy if you're not looking for that. Then this swatch is made out of the triple stitch. It ended up being 9 3/4 inches long by 7 3/4 inches tall, and it took about 136 feet of yarn. Now this one is just not my favorite. I don't really like the way it looks, but it does go really fast if you don't mind having something super stretchy and open. Now here we have the single crochet in the back loop only, so it makes these really pretty ribs. It turned out to be 6 3/4 inches long by 2 1/4 inches tall, and took about 48 feet of yarn. I really like this one for hats. Alright, this is my most favorite stitch to use on hats and scarves. This is the half double crochet in the back loop only, so it makes those ribs. It turned out to be 6 3/4 inches wide, 3 1/4 inches tall, and took about 64 feet and 8 inches of yarn. This one goes really fast, and it turns out looking really nice. Alright, here is the double crochet back loop only, and as you can see, it makes really nice pronounced ribs. It turned out to be 7 1/8 inches long by 4.5 inches tall, and it took 86 feet of yarn. This stitch goes really, really fast, and it's a pretty good compromise. It is a little bit stretchy, but I do like using this stitch for some things.
All right, this is our last swatch. This one is the triple crochet in the back loop only. It was 8.5 inches long and 7 1/8 inches tall, and took about 128 feet and 8 inches of yarn. This one's probably my least favorite just because I think the ribbing and I don't know, it's so open, it's very stretchy, and I just don't think it looks very good, but maybe you have the project that would be perfect for this. So good luck with your next project. Try something new and have fun messing with your stitches.